Rebecca, welcome to the Hospitality Heroes podcast. Thanks for being with us.
Yes, thank you for the invite, Zev. It's great to be here.
Yeah, my pleasure. So maybe you could give my audience just a quick kind of 30-second elevator pitch of who you are and what you do, and then we can get into talking a little bit more about your venue.
Perfect. UrVenue is actually a lesser known technology, but to those that are guests booking their journey, but for those that are in operations, we're quite well known. We work with some of the world's largest entertainment brands, such as Wynn, Tao Group, Caesars Entertainment. We help guests on their booking journey to hand select the experience, whether it's working with one of our interactive 3D booking maps or being able to see what tickets are available directly on a property's website. We assist everywhere from major resorts, hotels, casinos, nightlife, day life, basically anywhere you have fun. We allow those operations to be streamlined by giving the guest the power to pick their destination in their journey and giving the operators the ability to easily manage and accept reservations 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
Awesome. So what I'm hearing you say is that you're sort of like a booking app of sorts that kind of provides customized travel experiences.
We
That
are we're a hospitality booking platform,
Mhm.
and we work with our clients to specifically design and tailor the booking experience on directly on their website or in their app fueled by a widget. So basically a little snippet of code that plugs in through their web designers back end, and then that actually populates into a hand-designed 3D interactive booking map, also potentially a 360-degree viewer, so that the guests can see and experience the property before they even arrive, from the comfort of their couch or their home.
Awesome. Anyone who's watching on YouTube can also see the site, which I did a share screen here, so they can get a better idea. Hospitality booking platform, unified booking, operations management, commerce, distribution, and business services with our all-encompassing platform designed to optimize every touch point in the hospitality journey across individual venues, nightclubs, bars, lounges, and more. Now, if I understand, your venue also has designed different spaces.
We don't design the actual physical space. We take essentially a set of photos from the client's property, and then we turn that into a fully customized 3D booking map. I know you've seen a few of our sample client sites. We actually employ several video game designers. I'm sure there's a technical term that I'm not aware, excuse me, aware of, that are go to school specifically to learn how to design out spaces. I love this location off the record. It's actually one of my favorite local venues. It's my client in Houston. I fit inside the nightclub itself, and I can say that this map, although it does it justice to a guest that has never been there before, the venue itself is absolutely beautiful. And having met the ownership and worked with management, it provides an absolutely critical touch point so that the guest can make a reservation at 2 a.m. and they never have to speak with them without gaining that reservation and all of the information for the guest, whether it's a birthday or a special occasion, being able to have that communication without answering a phone or a text message, or for some folks, a DM on Instagram or Facebook. It allows the guest to really hand select their journey.
It's really cool. So essentially, and for those anyone watching, you can see it because I've done a screen share here, but anyone listening, I'll explain. Basically, when you want to book something at the venue, you can the thanks to thanks
Your
to
venue.
your venue's design, basically you build out a platform where people can easily see a calendar of upcoming events, but in a very sleek way, not like you see on some sites that looks like it was from 2005. Like it's very
Yeah.
clear, and you can also check out the venues and get kind of get a 3D look of what the venue actually looks like. And you said it was designed by some people who also design video games. That makes so much sense because when I saw this
Yes.
off the record listening bar, which looks like a bar in Houston where people listen to records.
Yes, so they actually play all of the music on vinyl records, and they have a DJ come in that's there during all hours of operation that provides a specific experience for those that are audiophiles that love music and love the experience of an actual vinyl record. They provide a very, very cool atmosphere. And what I love about this is a lot of people in Las Vegas, where we're headquartered, hear our company name and they think of major nightclubs, of which, of course, I am not necessarily a nightlife enthusiast myself, but I do know that there are some crazy experiences. What I love about this too is in today's economy, if we go out of our home for a special occasion, we want to be sure that we're spending our hard earned money and having a seamless experience that's elevated. I say the white glove experience for all guests, no matter if it's reserving a table for early evening at the listening bar or booking an insanely crazy expensive table for a headliner in Las Vegas on the strip. Being able to know and feel comfortable that I have exactly the table that I'd like, whether it's close to the stage or the DJ booth or the furthest away, you can rest assured that you're going to have a fantastic experience.
That's amazing. So your venue allows venues to provide customized, tailored experiences and seamless booking for guests. They're able to go on your through your platform that you design for them. They can see upcoming events. They can see the whole venue, exactly what it looks like if they choose, this table or that, or what the room looks like. They can easily book the table, like they can pick the specific table number they want, and they can also make inquiries if they have special requests or they want to learn more details. Another one, I'm just showing it now. This is Nowhere in Las Vegas, that you designed this booking platform for them as well, just to give the audience more of a, and very similar to like the other one where they have a lot of control over what they get to see, how they book, to really.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And on the operations side, what you don't see when you're booking on a 3D map is, as a guest, is on the back end, and when operations to be able to know and forecast how much staff you'll need for a night, whether or not, let's say Zev is a VIP host promoter, knowing how many tables that Zev has booked in a month so that he's accurately paid out for those compensations, and being able to track that at an enterprise level. It also, we do give first party data rights to our clients. So any information from a guest that's collected is actually owned by the venue itself, not UrVenue, which makes us unique in booking platform experiences because we want our clients to be empowered with the information. We also launched a CRM recently so that if we want to pull a record of every January birthday and send out a promo code to our premier guests, we can do that as well. We like to give our clients as much information and power in operations as possible so that I know I've shared with you, Zev, I come from an operations background. It's dark, it's crazy, it's loud when you're there in person. Being able to have all the information so that you have a seamless night in operations is absolutely key for us as well.
Yeah, and I think, and aside from the front-facing guest experience, to have a seamless booking and tailored kind of experience, it's great for the venue owners that they get to have all that done easily online. They can just direct their customers to go to the platform you made for them, and everything's all there, just a click away. And it's also great that ensures they can get paid and track revenue, which is especially important if a lot of these places are probably owned by larger corporate entities. So they have multiple locations. They want to be able to track each of them. And then I think one of the biggest value adds that I heard you say is that they get to keep their data, because a big problem, I mean, I do advertising for hospitality businesses, mainly on Meta and Google. And the problem is, when they want to direct traffic to these popular booking sites, which, just like Amazon, like it's important because a lot of people are there and they're going to buy there. But similar to like Amazon does to their sellers, a lot of these sites, I won't name names, but like maybe like Resi, whatever, they don't always give a lot of the data to the business owner so that they can use that to their advantage to get, remarket or to get, more loyalty programs. So that's a huge advantage, huge upside that your venues, not your venue, but the venues that work with you get to
Mhm.
keep their customer data.
Exactly, and there's so much more complexity, and I could honestly have a conversation with you for about 8 hours straight because I'm very passionate about what we do and who we serve, and I do wanna highlight and take a step back for a second. I know you mentioned the big, larger corporations that we work with. Yes, we work with several. However, my passion is really with the single venue owners or for the independent hospitality groups that maybe have 1 to 5 venues, and every single click, every reservation, every penny that goes in their bank is very meaningful. And I know at a corporate level, we all know that corporations like to have every penny as well, but really getting a touch and a feel and a sense of those single venue, single owner venues or those smaller groups to be able to give them that same access to technology that maybe some of the larger corporations have built out for themselves. There are many hospitality groups that have built out their own platforms that are quite robust. However, our platform really is built to fit anywhere from that smaller, single owner venue. Off the record has 5 owners actually, but they are a smaller hospitality entity on the grand scale of things. And I know that what we do and how our technology fuels their daily business is absolutely crucial.
Amazing. So the website will obviously be in the show notes. Now, your technology platform that offers a large suite of products and
Yes,
services for hospitality businesses, such as venue management software, uh, creative services delivering seamless booking experiences uh, through integrated user-friendly website design, which we were just looking at. You can make it so that people can seamlessly connect different apps and other tech that they might be using, if they can all connect together. Um,
absolutely.
they can also, for the property managers of these establishments, they can easily manage their workflow, it sounds like, through your resort. You want to go into that a little bit?
Sure. So Your Resort was one of our previous launches. Your Resort is tailored to a property that has more than one experience. So far, we've just really touched on the venue management software, which is, like I said, that 3D interactive booking map. And you're really looking at one experience, whether it's an evening at a nightclub or a pool lounge at a day club or a pool operation. Property experience management system, which is the technical term for what your resort does, it allows a resort style property that has, let's say, a lodging aspect, a pool, a golf course, a snorkel rental, dining reservations, so many different experiences that you could have all at one property. We do have a partnership with Fairmont Banff Springs currently. I believe their case study is up on our website. We allow them to have a one unified booking cart. So let's say Zev and Rebecca would like to go away for a weekend in Canada and book at Fairmont Banff Springs. We can then book our spa reservation, dining reservation, a golf tee time, as well as your stay, all in one unified cart, which makes a huge difference because in places like, let's say, down in Mexico, where we might not want to be outside of the property, to be able to manage our entire itinerary and know that 8 a.m. we have breakfast, 10 a.m. we have a tea time, 12 o'clock we have lunch, and see that as a guest without having to call a concierge, call the golf pro shop for a tea time. We're really giving the power to the guest and also the power in the hands of the property to know where your guest is at all times. Not only does that allow us to do, let's say, upsells for spa services, you name it, when you're going to be at a property, whether it's for a conference or a vacation, a special occasion, being able to know what's available to you and given that visibility on the property level to say, hey, we do have sunrise yoga at the beach. We do have a snorkel rental or a bike rental, whatever those property experiences are that are maybe not as visible. in the antiquated days, I would say when we were a little bit younger, we would go to a concierge desk and we would ask for, hey, we like bike riding, or we like eating fruit on the beach. What can we do here on this property? And I know we've all stood in lines at one time or another when we're waiting for the concierge, we're trying to get tickets, booking a car, whatever that is, to be able to give the guest that power of communication and the resort that power of data and knowledge of what bookings they have. We have a partnership with Book for Time, which is a spa booking platform. We also have a premier partnership with Open Table, which is dining reservations. I know that we've also touched on doing reservations for like a nightclub table. We are not a traditional dining reservation platform. That coming from restaurant operations is very intuitive. You have to know how many table turns you could have an hour. We like to stay in our lane and do what we do well. Open Table is a giant of a beast of a booking platform for just the dining reservations alone. So being able to have that partnership and include that in our offering for property experience management software is absolutely critical.
Absolutely. So if I may, and anyone who's watching at home on the YouTube, like they can see the site and the different services, testimonials. You worked with a really impressive array of resorts. I mean, a lot of pretty much all the big names I'm seeing on your resort: Fairmont, Hyatt, Caesar's Palace in Vegas, MGM Resorts, the Venetian, all these really cool places. Does it work like, let's say a guest comes into one of these resorts. Now, like you said, there's the old school concierge. There may be signage, around the resort that's telling you about the restaurants or the golf course or the, jet ski rentals or whatever's going on. But does the guest, the end user, get an app like that's sort of with your client's branding, like a Fairmont app that tells them about all the different things, or is that just the people at the hotel, like working?
Well, so when a guest makes a reservation, and this is all done, our user interface is built into the website of the client itself. So if we're visiting the Fairmont website and we're building out a unified booking cart, that will happen directly on that property's website. And then the guest will receive a unique login as well so that they could manage their itinerary and see what bookings they have that day. Now, we don't have an app per se where a person can log in and see the different experiences. This is done directly through their website. We are always evolving, so I can't say that we will never create something like that. But at this time, it's just done directly through the client's website.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I didn't even mean like an app. I just mean like you're doing it, the end user, the guest does it through your client site. So that if they're at the Venetian, they go on the Venetian's website, you make the technology, you're the underlying technology that makes all this, this platform where they can then see all the different events, see all the different activities, book things as needed, like a massage at the spa or a tea time on the
Right.
golf course. But they're doing it, it's all seamless through that company's branding. Like you're able to make it so that
Yes.
you just do the tech, but it's like your brand is front and center. Customer.
Exactly. And I won't say that it's not technically it's not white labeled. And I know you've seen a vast array of different company logos that we worked with. We don't have this piece of technology in all of those brands that you saw. We provide some level of technology to all of them. However, at this time, we are still rolling out PXMS. I know we are in Club Med, we're in Fairmont. We have a couple of other properties that I'm under lock and key to not mention that we're working on implementation at this time. We really only publish that we're PXMS on property when we're up and running and
Sorry,
operational.
PXMS is this seamless booking widget to see all these different that we've been discussing, right? That's
Yep, that's there's actually two distinct pieces of technology. So the 3D booking map that we use for, let's say, a single experience is our venue management system, and then PXMS is more for the resort style multi-experience property booking system. So that's why it's under our branding of Your Resort. It's a lot more complex, and I cannot claim to even know all the bells and whistles that go into creating that for each property. It's very extensive. And we're very thankful that we have the partnerships that we do currently to test that product.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds incredible, and I'm sure it'll only get even better with time. Uh,
Yes,
not to get too nerdy with people about the technology, but I'm interested in this way that you're able to kind of simplify and take your clients, the many different apps or their website, their social channels, all different things like different tech that they use and bring it into one place and simplify it. Can you go into that a little bit?
exactly. Yeah, absolutely. So we want to empower our clients with as much strength as we can to sell out every day for every experience. Like, obviously, if it was a blue sky, perfect world, all of our clients would have all of their inventory sold all day, every day. But that's not usually the case. At times it is. But we have taken a look at what marketplaces do. I think the simplest way to describe it is, let's look at Eventbrite. They have a platform where you and I both know if we don't know what to do in a city, we can always turn to the Eventbrite app to look and see what other people are doing. That's essentially a marketplace where people can sell their inventory or their tickets for experiences. We created Booking to be an additional marketplace for people to host their inventory and potentially sell through other websites, other reselling and distribution networks, so that I can't think of a specific client of mine personally, that has anything out on marketplace right now, but some of the larger resorts that, let's say, they're not selling out their day beds. It's the middle of August and it's extremely hot. Now, I don't know why in Las Vegas all the day beds wouldn't be sold, but then we can then redistribute those pieces of inventory as needed so that it can get in front of as many eyes as possible, which is very similar to what you do with retargeting ads, Zev, and your clients. Is we try to keep as many eyes on that inventory so it gives the client the highest chance of that selling out for the day. Obviously, we want to net our clients as most revenue as we can. So that's really the crux of the marketplace and redistribution.
So that's really cool. So basically through the booking tool, which is under, one of the products offered by
Yeah,
UrVenue, you have a way of, for example, you said the day beds in Vegas, a hotel obviously has them on their site, but they can also maybe, show the deals and things on across a variety of other websites and apps that their guests
absolutely.
may use.
Absolutely. And that's what we do have a partnership with Resort Pass as well. So I know that's very, very well known in the hospitality world to be able to have that inventory as, let's say, we're out in San Antonio and we would like to go to a pool for a couple of hours before a conference or whatever scenario you want to come up with. We can go to Resort Pass and see that inventory, but we wouldn't necessarily know that the AC Hotel in San Antonio has day beds that we can rent for $75 or whatever that is. It's really getting that inventory in front of as many people as we can and having the highest probability of selling out.
Right. So I can see this booking tool helping these venues maximize sales and
Yes.
monetize as much as possible across many different distribution channels, as you said. That's really
Yes.
awesome. So yeah, I guess where could you, my guests, I'm sorry, my listeners, well, this is a hospitality podcast, so guests, right?
We're all guests. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. I had someone on the show. It was the CEO of Tommy Bahama, actually, and he had a hotel, and I loved what he said. He said, like, I look at every customer, whether they're buying a shirt or they're getting food at one of the restaurants or they're at the hotel, they're all a guest. I just have a guest
Yes.
approach. Where can people find you and connect with you or learn more about your venue and the many different products that you offer?
I always say just go straight to our website. because you can always ask for more information in the request a demo tab. You can reach out to me personally on LinkedIn, Rebecca Salvador. For now, I'm about to change my name to Maxfield when I get married in a few weeks.
Oh,
Um,
congratulations.
Thank you. Very exciting. But yeah, you can always reach out to anybody on from your venue on LinkedIn. We are people first. We're people. Everyone in our organization, for the most part, has a hospitality background, and so we understand that it's not just empowering these larger corporations and
Uh,
properties to
you froze for,
maximize.
sorry,
Oh,
you froze for a minute. You
oh goodness.
understand?
We understand that we are all in the people business, and regardless of working with major corporations and brands, it's people first, and it really is about being able to take care of the guest and taking care of our staff in turn. Because as we give everyone an easier way to operate, an easier way to increase revenue and manage that revenue growth, we're also giving the guests the opportunity to feel more welcome from the moment they find your website or find an experience. We want the guests to really have the feel of that
Sorry,
property's
it cut
hospitality.
out again for another a few seconds. Sorry about that.
Oh, no, goodness. We are people first. We wanna make sure that the guest feels welcome before they even arrive and give them that feeling that they will be taken care of when they're on property. And then we allow the operators to have the tools they need to be able to provide that high level of service, no matter who they are and what level of property they are. So we are always friendly. Anyone from your venue, reach out on LinkedIn. I'd love to hear from you.
Awesome. Yeah, very aligned with our ethos too at Ospito Mark. The guest experience doesn't just begin when they walk through your doors, but with every touch point when they see your online presence
Yes.
in all your communications. Final question. I try to remember to ask all my guests this, since this is the Hospitality Heroes, and you are one of our Hospitality Heroes. Rebecca, what is your favorite food to either cook or eat?
Well, I will tell you first I could say what is not my favorite food to cook. I always joke with my fiance that there's a reason I was did every job on restaurant properties but cook. I ended up messing up waffles this morning, but I'm very good at making proteins. I love to make a good kung pao shrimp bowl on brown rice. That's one of my favorite healthier foods that I'm into lately.
Awesome. And just since you're dealing with hotels, what do you like best in a when you go to a hotel, resort, like what do you look for? What is like a thing that you're like, I love that or I need to have that?
Hmm. Usually I say anywhere that is not close to train tracks. I'm looking for a place that's quiet that I can actually feel at home. But the true answer is when I meet a staff that really takes care of me, I will tend to go back to that location, even if it's not necessarily the most convenient, but it's because I know I'll be taken care of. I have one hotel in Houston that I always stay at, and I know every frontline staff member, they all know me, and it's the most amazing experience. It's not the most high-end property, but for me, it feels like a home away from home. That's what I look for, is the home away from home.
Wow, that's powerful. Yeah, the customer service staff makes a huge difference. Well, Rebecca, thank you so much for being here. I'll link everything up in the show notes. Everyone at home,
Perfect.
go check it out. And thank you, and look forward to speaking to you again soon.
Awesome. Thank you, Zeb. Thank you for having me.